Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Yeah, do you know if you take or hide the food stamps underneath the work boots of a black man, you can starve him?
No, I didn't know that. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
This is Space Command to Zoom. All systems are go for your message to Tony.
Okay, don't pick your nose, Tony. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
We're not on the air, are we?
Yes, you are.
We are?
Yeah.
Well, that's fabulous. You're not Bob Lassiter.
Yes, I am.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Bob, how are you?
Great.
God, we love you so much. It is us.
It is. This is terrific. Bob, you know how long we've been trying to get a hold of you?
No, I don't.
Oh, God, I've been listening to you for a year.
And you never...
I never had enough nerve to call you up, and my sister says call him up because my sister listens to you now. And also, we have our friend from across the street that listens to you, and my son's listening to you.
Are you serious?
I swear to God,
My
Bob.
goodness.
You wouldn't believe it.
Gives me
On
goosebumps.
the radio.
Right on the radio, yeah?
I can't believe that we're on.
Because
We said we never get a hold of them, and I said, yeah, we'll get a hold of them because people that all the time on Saturday nights they drink, and they all call you up.
Yes, that's true. 5918900. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hey, Bob, you know, I've been wondering, I saw you at the Halloween Havoc show. How much of a wrestling fan are you?
How much of a... You saw me at Halloween Havoc, and how much of a wrestling fan am I? A big wrestling fan, sir.
Do you read the Wrestling Observer newsletter?
Oh, I have 5 or 6 subscriptions, yes.
By Dave Meltzer?
Oh, yeah.
Are you pulling my leg here, so to speak?
Yes. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
I've never listened to your show before. I'm driving in from out of town tonight, and I just turned it on to listen. I have never heard so many crazy people on... I mean, I'm so surprised some people... They ain't got a whole lot of sense, do they? I mean, they call up and play this weird music and act so weird. Do you find that to be strange?
No, ma'am, I find it to be a living. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Robert, this is Satan. You shall suffer a fatal heart attack tonight and meet me tonight.
No, sir, I don't think you sound like my kind. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Frog.
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Stephen Gary.
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
All right, yeah, I'm on the air then. How come I didn't hear someone beforehand screening these calls?
Because the board operators are on strike.
Okay. I was wondering, Bob, what kind of evidence are you looking for as far as it would prove the devil would exist?
Hell of a lot more than was on the air last night.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not saying that does or that doesn't, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I believe that the devil exists.
Based upon what?
Based on biblical truth.
Biblical truth.
Yes.
Talking snakes, unicorns, magic potions that make unfaithful wives' crotches rot. That kind of biblical truth?
I think that's... I don't know. No, I wouldn't. That's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is I want to know what you need. That, you know, if a red man jumped out in front of you and said, I'm the devil, would you believe that?
All kind of depends on how good his costume was, sir.
Well, he'd have horns.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, do you understand what I'm saying?
No, sir, I don't.
What you're asking for is you're asking for some kind of evidence. I can't prove that.
No, I'm not asking for any kind of evidence at all, sir. I don't tend to believe in medieval mythology.
Okay, this is not medieval mythology.
Oh. These are the same people, sir, that brought you werewolves and vampires.
Oh, well...
Who were also got rid of the exact same way, by the way.
I saw Exorcist last night.
Mm-hmm.
Exorcism, excuse me. And I personally thought that it was going to be a little more graphic than it was. I do believe those kind of things take place. Whether that was a real one or not, how can you tell over TV? But the fact of the matter is when we talk about whether that was or that wasn't, what kind of evidence are you asking us to give you?
Something, sir, that can't be done.
Well,
no, sir. That is the explanation for, or the definition of supernatural.
Yeah.
Ugly little fat girl being held down by 2 old ladies, tied into a dining room chair with gauze so she won't levitate, doesn't quite cut it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I would grant you that. But however,
especially a little girl that has been treated and successfully for schizophrenia.
Okay, well, you know, be that as it may, the show neither proved nor disproved the fact. But the fact is, you got to believe something. Okay,
No, sir, you don't have to believe in medieval mythology. There's no requirement whatsoever that you believe in
you call biblical
superstition.
Medieval mythology?
Sir, what you saw last night isn't biblical.
What?
What you saw last night isn't biblical.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, that's exactly right.
What you saw last night was superstition.
It was something they had made up in a book, a different rite or whatever, a ritual. Okay, and that ritual is man-made, and therefore probably, whether that was or was not true, that's not something I would want to be dealing with if I were a priest, which I am not.
Well, sir, if you want to believe in devils, go ahead. I have no problem with that. Just don't try to tell me that they exist.
That thing does not. You cannot go off on the air and say that just because the devil didn't jump out on the screen.
Yes, sir. I can go on the air and say all night and all day long there ain't no devil.
You can say that.
That's right, sir.
You can't prove that there is no devil.
Sir, it's not up to me to prove there isn't. You're the one who has made the assertion that the devil exists. It's up to you to prove that he's there.
Assertion. The Bible made that assertion. That's what I base my...
Yes, sir. The Bible also said that snakes talk, so did donkeys, that the magicians who worked for the Pharaoh could make frogs.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Bible says all that kind of stuff, sir.
I got a question.
You believe that? Do you believe, sir? Do you believe that the Pharaoh employed magicians who could cover the entire state of Egypt with frogs?
It doesn't say that they employed. It doesn't say that.
Oh, doesn't it, sir? I guess you haven't read the book. When you read the book, call me up and talk to me about it. Don't try to tell me about it if you haven't read the book. You're on the air at WLSI.
Yeah, Bob. I was wondering, on the north side, do you know that Lincoln Park Zoo is moving their monkey house to Cabrini Green?
No, I didn't know that. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Like, Puff told me to tell you that you're sorry she even called. And I think you're a code 10.
What's code 10? Apparently you don't know because it doesn't apply. That's okay. He was really an okay kid, He was an okay kid, even though he sounded like a, snot-nosed kid. He was okay. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to ask your opinion about something, Bob. Since the United States encouraged the Kurdish tribesmen in Iraq to rebel, don't you feel that we have a moral obligation now to keep them from being exterminated?
No, sir, of course I don't. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Yeah, live from Chicago. It's Saturday night live.
No, sir, it's the Saturday night special. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. Oh, pity poo, pity, pity, pity poo, pity poo. Oh, no, you can't use language like that on the radio, sir. And on top of that, while you may be a little snot-nosed kid, we, sir, are a major broadcast facility owned and operated by Capital Cities ABC. We employ people who are paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, far more than you'll ever see in your lifetime, who are paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to outwit and outsmart little guys like you with something called an electronic delay, giving us a full 10 seconds to decide whether or not to let you say the words that you wanted to say on the air. Now, I used to be an insignificant and impotent little kid, and certainly do understand the pleasure and the joy that it brings in adolescence to say four-letter words. But like I said, we do employ those very, very expensive people who have outwitted you. Sorry, better luck next time, huh? You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah.
I believe in the devil, and I believe in God, and I believe in a battle between good and evil, but this thing that was on last night, and I also believe in casting out of devils, but that thing last night was just ridiculous.
Oh, you've seen devils cast out, huh?
Do I think the devil's cast out?
No, I said you have seen devils cast out.
Have I seen it?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Well, but you know people who have seen it.
Well,
no.
I'll tell you what, there was a minister, when I first became a Christian, there was a minister who I got involved with, and he goes all over North America doing this same sort of thing, and I've sat in on a couple of sessions personally.
I thought you said you hadn't seen it done.
Pardon?
I thought you said you hadn't seen it done.
I've seen it done, but I'm not sure if I don't really believe it, you see. I believe it's just dabbling in sensationalism and spiritualism and just emotionalism. And I think that's, unfortunately, it seems like the trend that the Christian church I don't want this to sound like too general a statement, but I think it's a trend that the Christian church is going in these days with just emotionalism instead of, us asking what we can do for God and for our fellow human beings. It's more of what is God going to do for me, you see.
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, I just want to make a comment. You realize wrestling is as fake as the show last night?
No, it's not as fake as the show last night.
You don't think so?
No, sir. They don't really pretend it's for real wrestling.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, you know that.
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Mike Murphy.
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hi, Bob. How you doing? Excuse me, I forgot to say that, or I shouldn't have said it, but I think one thing is interesting here is all these people from the Chicago area that are listening right now, they don't understand that there was actually a tape made, about 5 years ago that actually proved the existence of God. It was a possession by God, and nobody talks about that, but it was a possession by God of a very well-known Chicago individual by the name of Mike Ditka. Now, what he had done was go out and make a videotape running around shouting, Grabowski, Grabowski. Now, Bob, I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. Mm-hmm. I always suspected that Vince Lombardi was God. I never actually believed that, but I always suspected it. This, to me, was proof. It was definitely proof that there was a God. His name is Vince Lombardi, Bob. And he possessed this man by the name of Mike Ditka. He put him out there, made a fool of himself, but hey, he's still there.
I really hadn't thought about it that way before. However, on any given Sunday in the fall, Ditka has been known to throw up gallons and gallons and gallons of green goo, and his crotch does rotate 360 degrees. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Oh, hello there, Brother Andy.
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Hi, Bob. I just wanted to ask you a question.
Sure.
Maybe that you can share this with your listeners. I just want to know, why didn't they let the girl levitate? If it was really real, why didn't they? I mean, that would have really proved something.
Well, they said the reason they didn't let her levitate is because they've had experience with this in the past, and they usually levitate up to the ceiling where they can't get a hold of them to hold a crucifix to them.
Right, but why didn't they let the camera follow them up there? Because that would have really proved, she was really possessed. I mean, I would like to see it personally myself.
Well, like I said, they said the reason the priest wouldn't allow them to allow her to levitate is because she'd get away. She'd float up to the ceiling. That's literally what he said. Literally. So they tied her to a dining room chair with gauze.
Okay, but what? Well, do you understand what I'm trying to say, Bob? I mean, what?
Yes, I do, and I've answered you twice. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I'd just like to say that thing last night I think it was really real.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Too bad online. It was so fake. It wasn't even close. I mean, if they would have let her float, then it would have been real, just like what that lady said.
Yep, that's right. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. Hello? Once, twice. Bye. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Yeah, Bob?
Yeah?
I just wanted to say I've been with your mother. In the biblical sense.
Really?
You jerk?
Oh, I'm the jerk. I see. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hi. I'm curious about those born-again Christians that believe they can be cured through the television and the power of Pat Robertson. Do they think they might have become possessed by watching The Exorcism? I mean, when the devils jumped out of her, could they have jumped through the TV into the audience?
It's something I hadn't really thought about. Interesting point.
Yeah. Also, I think Drew Hayes is really wasting an exceptional talent having you on this time spot. I'd listen to you anytime, but not everybody would. It's a waste of your time and everybody else's.
Okay, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. Hello?
Oh, hello.
Yeah, hi.
Oh, hi. Am I talking to Bob Lassiter?
You are.
Oh, okay. About this exorcist and so forth. I hope that what it will do is that it'll get the people interested in the real Catholic Church. I mean, the Catholic Church does have a great literature behind it. And
sorry, that's liturgy.
Pardon me?
Liturgy. Literature is like Shakespeare's literature.
Great philosophers in the world that, such as St. Thomas Aquinas, even if you're not...
I'm not acquainted with him. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. I would like to give a different perspective of what happened last night. I watched The Exorcism, and I'm not too sure if it was fake or not. But I can tell you that I have had a very supernatural experience, and I'm almost ready to believe in anything.
Yeah, like what?
Well, I know there is a God.
Well, no, ma'am. Like what supernatural experiences?
Well, if there is a God, I would believe that...
No, ma'am, you said you had great supernatural experiences. Like what?
All right. I was born again.
Oh.
And I had an experience here at my home where it was incredible. I heard the voice of Jesus. He called my name. He came from my heart. I went down in the spirit. I never heard anyone tell me about what was going on, and I was totally astounded by it.
How about if I told you that I used to lay on a bench in Washington Square Park in the summer of 1963 and converse with trees? Would you believe me?
If you believe it in your heart, let me finish, please.
Would you believe me if I told you that?
If you believe that, anything is possible, but I'm telling you.
Yes, it was possible, ma'am. It was on Belladonna. Hi, you're on the air chatting with Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Hi.
Yeah, you know this whole exorcism thing? You know, I don't know why they bother using priests and stuff like that. You know, they might as well use the old-fashioned pull-ups and push-ups and stuff like that.
Okay. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Yeah, Bob, tell Mike Murphy to get something else besides brown chicken, because Bo Jackson's going to eat it all.
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Gee, you're really a swell guy.
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Bob?
Yeah?
I drive truck for a living, and I listen to a lot of talk shows, and I heard a term last night on the radio, and I want you to try to explain it to me. What is an agnostic?
An agnostic is someone who is not sure about the existence of God.
Okay, so if you can't feel it or you can't touch it, then it isn't there. Is that right?
Basically, yes.
Okay, your competitor Larry King claims to be an agnostic, and I want to get that clear.
Well, he also claims to be a competitor of mine. He doesn't even walk in the same shoes. Hi, you're on the air chatting with Bob.
Jesus died for his own sins, not mine.
You're on the air chatting with Bob. Supposed to crank it up before you make the call, sir. Some people still have incredibly outdated equipment. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Suck my breath, Bob.
Okay. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Why do they call you Mad Dog?
Why do they call me Mad Dog?
Because rabies?
No, it has nothing to do with rabies. It has to do with Ronald Reagan, actually.
Oh, does it?
Yes, it does.
Cool.
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Gold teeth, gold chain wearing, fried chicken and biscuit eating monkey.
These people that listen to VON during the rest of the week and listen to this show on Saturday night are so far behind the times, you know? You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Bob, I appreciate the conversation on this tonight. Let me bring up one topic. My wife is an account supervisor for a Maine ad agency in Chicago. There's rumors going around that you're going to be gone by the first of the year. Your management is talking. Is there any truth to that?
No, sir. It would be impossible.
Why?
Because they have to pay me through the end of February.
Could you be gone by... I mean, she said that the management at WLS in Cap Cities is talking this way, that they will relieve you by the first of the year.
I doubt it very much. They could do it now if they wanted to. All they have to do is pay me off. Why would they wait till the first of the year to pay me off?
She works with a major advertiser, an eyeglass company, and that's just a talk around the office, she said.
No, so that's just your wishful thinking. I happen to have the best numbers on the station. Tough luck, fella. Better luck next time. Hi, you're on the air chatting with a Mad Dog.
I think exorcism is really cool, and next month I plan on having it done on me, too.
Great. You're on the air chatting with a Mad Dog.
76 line and divide an extra 100,000. Something common, something you see every day. Fenneman, who's next on the show?
Frog, that's the word, sir. Hi, you're on the air chatting with a Mad Dog.
Hi, yes, sir. I'd like to expose a conspiracy of ignorance.
Oh, really?
Yes, and that is the fact of the situation in Northern Ireland. One of the things that has been overlooked is the fact that Mr. DeLorean, who employed a lot of Catholics in Northern Ireland, was charged by the British government with cocaine smuggling and a bunch of other things. His business...
No, sorry, I believe he was charged by the U.S. government, as my memory serves.
Yeah, okay. Well...
Details.
And the fact now that the three major convictions that the British government has had against the IRA have all been dropped, have proved to be contrived fallacies by the British government and the forces there that are occupying Northern Ireland, is getting very little press here in the United States. I have one question, and that is that, yes, I did support our president in sending the troops over to the Gulf. However, I would like to say, why has the British forces been allowed to remain occupying Northern Ireland since 1469 when we went in and after a couple of months took over Iraq and kicked Iraq out of Kuwait.
Well, that should certainly turn the flavor of this show around tonight. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
No, Bob. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, hello.
Hello, Bob. Hello, Bob.
Jeez, what was the purpose of playing that song? Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Bob?
Yeah.
I missed the exorcism the other night. I was kind of surprised, though, to hear that it was on 2020. Has somebody got a lot of pull to get this past as a news story, or have they really gone downhill?
Beats me, sir. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Bob, is your Saturday night show always like this with all these calls?
No, sir. It's usually a lot more exciting than this. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hey, is this Mad Dog?
Yes, it is. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Demons have a right, too. This is America.
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hey, congratulations, Bob, on your...
Thank you very much. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Yeah, Bob, don't go to Maxwell Street. There's too...
Okay, well, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
I'll be your whore.
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Bob, tell us more about the Belladonna days.
What would you like to know?
What kind of experience did you go through?
Well, I told you, basically talking to trees at night.
What type of drugs did you take?
Belladonna, sir.
Anything else?
No, sir.
No acid or anything?
No, sir, not at that time, no.
When's the last time you've done it?
Belladonna?
Yeah.
Oh, about 25 years ago.
Do you drink?
Yes, I do.
You're a troubled man, Bob.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Anytime. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. Oh, that's a clever one. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
The English are in Ireland because the Irish are pigs.
Okay. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. I wouldn't have thought that would have generated calls. Hello. It's your big chance. See, not going to have anything to talk to them about at the bowling alley this week, are you? Could have had you only opened your mouth. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hello, mate. I'm from Australia. And
Hi there, great. Glad to hear it. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Just suppose there is a devil for a minute.
Yeah.
Now, this would be the perfect thing last night on the TV to make him just seem like he's the biggest total fool and...
Mm-hmm. Well, sir, it was the Archdiocese of New York that put it on after thinking about it a long time.
Well, it's just...
Kind of takes the wind out of your sails on that one, doesn't it? I mean, they didn't say like, hey, that's not the tape we submitted.
Oh, it just seems like it's like impersonating the devil with a red suit and a pitchfork. And I mean, if I was the devil, that's how I would want people to think of me. Just as
well, sir, except it was the Archdiocese of New York that had it put on, and they didn't say that it wasn't what they had submitted. Yeah, better luck next time. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Bob?
Yeah.
I love you because you're the only talk show that comes on to stick up with these people, the negative calls you get. But I really like you. This is my first time calling.
Great. We look forward to your second call. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hi, I'd like a large piece of sausage, half pepperoni.
Okay.
Thank you.
Would you like a half a liter of Pepsi with that?
Can I have a 2 liter?
Okay, 2 liters it is. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Hi, how you doing, Bob?
Fine, thank you. Yourself?
Oh, yes. I just want to find out how you're doing and how's Muffy and the car doing.
Great.
That is awesome. Great. That's all I wanted to know, Bob.
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hey, my name is Ninga, and I am possessed by the devil. What should I do?
Call the Archdiocese of New York. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. They swallow that kind of stuff more than I do.
The British are there because in Ireland there are no niggers.
Oh. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. Blew out the whole system. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Yes, we're wondering how many stations that you broadcast on.
How many stations I broadcast on?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's only one of me, ma'am, so I can only do one at a time, thank you. Guess that's all she was really wondering. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
You're a big, fat nigger lover.
Really?
Yes.
Is there something wrong with that?
Not to me, there isn't.
What are you, a skinny white nigger hater? You're on the air chatting with Mad Dog. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hi, Bob.
Hi.
How you doing?
Fine.
You still have that leak under the bay window?
Yep, it's not under, it's over it, sir. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
I love Satan.
Bet you do. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Yeah. I was just wondering, what are you going to do when the baseball season starts?
What am I going to do when the baseball season starts? I suppose I'll watch a few games. I'll check the standings a couple of times a week to see how the Phillies are doing. Outside of that, I don't really make a major change in my life for the baseball season. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Bob.
Yeah?
This is my fourth time calling tonight. I have to ask you one question.
Oh, sorry, sir. You should have asked one of the first 3 times you called. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. Hello? Once, twice. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. Hello? Kind of chickening out, huh? I can understand. Get nervous talking to the Mad Dog. Letting people hear kind of a squeaky, horrible, disgusting, nasal little voice you have. Probably saying something stupid and embarrassing yourself and your family. I understand. Then feeling so bad about taking this kind of an abuse from the Mad Dog, sitting there or standing, as the case may be, holding the phone in your hands, not knowing what to do now. Then taking the way out I thought you'd take. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. Hello. 2 in a row. Come on, let us hear kind of an obnoxious voice you have. Come on, we're all waiting. Oh, go on, hang up now, like the dork that you are. I love a well-trained audience. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Oh, you're so cool, Bob.
Yes, I am cool. Coolest guy in talk radio, the epitome of cool. You're on the air chatting with a Mad. Oh no, there's another one. There's another one who didn't believe me when I told him the story about the guys who get hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, go outwit and outsmart pimply-faced little adolescents. I don't fib to you people. I've never fibbed to you. But some of you don't believe me. Some of you still think that the 10-second delay is a figment of our imagination. We aren't the Archdiocese of New York. We don't fib. It's true. It's virtually impossible. Can't be done. However, the show continues. Oh, let's see. Where did I drop off? Where should I pick up? Ah, there we go. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Could you tell me where to get a sex change?
Yes, sir. Virtually any tattoo parlor. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Yeah, I'm having amnesia and deja vu at the same time.
That's incredible. Hi, you're on...
This is Minga. I'm out to kill Gina. Would you like to help?
No, thank you. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Bob, if I sent you a book, would you read it?
Nope. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Tell me why did they build projects by Comiskey Park?
Because there wasn't any other place for them. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hello, I've been out of town. What's this I hear?
Hey, welcome back. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hi. God, only to be young again. It takes so little to amuse them. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Bob, my wife is asleep on the couch and she refuses to listen to your show with me and stay up all night.
Okay.
Well, what can I do?
I'd get a new wife. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Yeah. What's up, Doc?
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hey, Bob.
You're on the air chatting with a mad dog.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it's true.
Uh-huh.
Geez, I hope all the girls are listening. You're on the air chatting with a mad dog.
Yeah, you know the number for WGN?
No, I don't. You're on the air chatting with a mad dog. Hello?
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
You're on the air chatting with a mad dog.
I do want to.
Dream on. You're on the air chatting with a mad dog.
Hi.
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 My name is Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hi.
My name
Is Michelle.
is
Michelle, right.
I'm 7 years.
7 years old,
I'm 7 years
7 years old, yeah. And you have two of the most incredibly stupid parents in the entire world.
Years old. I listen to you. I listen to you all the time, and to you all the
Time, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
your name is Michelle, and you're 7 years old.
I love you.
I love you too, Michelle. Unfortunately, your parents ain't swift enough to turn the radio down. You're on the air, chatting with a mad dog.
Yeah, Bob, you know, most of these guys are, these calls live in Elmhurst that keep harassing you all the time.
No, I didn't know that. Hi, you're on the air, chatting with a mad dog.
Bob, would you read the last 13 chapters of a book?
No, I wouldn't read any of it, sir. You're on the air, chatting with a mad dog.
Hello, Bob.
Hello.
Thank you, so I don't really know what I call it. There's so many people calling.
Mm-hmm.
Really some freaky people out there.
Yeah.
And, you know, this exorcism thing?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people are really taking it as serious as it is, because the problem about, you know, what a lot of people are doing in the name of Satan, not that there actually is a Satan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what they're doing.
Well, then how can you do something in the name of something that doesn't exist?
What they're doing in the name of God at the same time. And one caller alluded to it a few callers ago, was that why would, I mean, if Satan wanted to break people's defenses down, that's what he would want them to think of him, that he was just a guy with a pitchfork and a red suit.
Best explanation I've heard of last night's show must have been Satan.
Well,
it was so silly, so unbelievable. What else could it possibly be but Satan?
Well,
he's such a crafty guy. You're on the air chatting with a mad dog.
One of these days, Alice. One of these days. Pow! Right up to the moon.
Is that the same guy that does Saddam Hussein? You're on the air chatting with a mad dog.
Hey, Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious about one thing. How's your home computer been working?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. I have one solution. Maybe it's been possessed by an Irish demon or something like that.
The solution, sir. I said it was working fine.
Well, just by looking...
Kind of threw you by answering that way, didn't I? You should think of both sides of the possible answer before you call. I hate these amateur callers. You're on the air chatting with a mad dog. Hello.
Hello, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob. Have you seen the movie Pacific Heights?
No, I haven't. You're on the air chatting with a mad dog.
Hi, Bob.
Hi.
Hey, how long have you been doing this feature?
This feature?
Well, this mad dog thing.
About an hour and 40 minutes. You're on the air chatting with a mad dog.
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah.
You're the epitome of a bleeding heart.
Really?
Liberal, and you're disgusting.
Well, that's because you know what a bleeding heart liberal is.
Rush Limbaugh, George Bush, Norman Schwarzkopf, and send all the blacks all back to Africa.
Oh, gosh, I really bet that Rush and George would be pleased to be in your company. You're on the air chatting with a mad dog.
Yes, Bob. Tonight you're giving me a headache rushing these calls.
Take 2 aspirin and call me in the morning. Hi, you're on the air chatting with a mad dog. Oh, damn, I was just getting on my kazoo to jam with him. You're on the air chatting with a mad dog.
Hey, you're making me a nervous wreck, man.
Oh.
Talking about all these exorcisms on 2020, and
yeah.
I mean, if I believe that, just like I believe professional wrestling, because you know how real that professional wrestling is.
It's as real as real life, sir.
Hey, it's true to life. I just, people will believe anything, won't they?
Yes, you're on the air chatting with a mad dog.
Bob.
Yeah.
Who's fatter, you or Eddie Schwartz?
Eddie Schwartz, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Rush Limbaugh sucks. You're the best, Mad Dog.
No two ways about that. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hello, Bob.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm one of those pimply-faced, dateless, adolescent skateboarders. And I was wondering, are you married?
Yes, I am.
Well, it doesn't matter. Are you busy tonight?
Yes, I am. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Yeah, Bob, this book is not about exorcism or demons at all.
Great. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hi.
Hi.
I don't think it really happened, and I don't think she'd ever even think about showing anything like that again. And I think there'd be a petition to strike it from ever being shown again on replay.
Okay, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
August 4th, 1968, the death of Martin Luther King.
Thank you for bringing that to our attention. You're on the air. Oh, darn. Gosh, golly gum. Gosh, golly gum. There's another one. Decent offer, though. Nah, I don't need that kind of stuff. My age, with my bad shoulder and my bad knees, it hurt. Might not be able to walk for a week. Oh, you guys don't know. Somebody made an offer to me. 5918900, the telephone number if you wish to chat with me. And why wouldn't you? You are on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. Hi there.
Bob, what's your annual salary?
About $205 a year.
I see. And your wife's salary?
Very little.
And what do you consider very little?
Well, but she only works part-time.
What kind of income does she earn?
I'm not at liberty to say what she earns. You know, that's it.
Well, you better say it anyway.
Well, you can go to hell. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
You still there, everyone?
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Yeah, I'd like to chat with the Mad Dog, please.
Well, what do you want me to do about it?
Can I get on the air? I want to talk
You are on the air.
Excuse me?
You are on the air.
Am I? All right, I'd like to say something, please.
No way. What do you think? I'm crazy? You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. I think
Hi, Bob. This is Chicago Eddie Schwartz. I outweigh you by 493 pounds.
You do a far better Ralph Cramden. Is that it?
How about a little piece of French silk pie, Bob?
Okay, the snack bar is over there on the left, Eddie. Just help yourself. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
You know, Bob.
Yes, I do know, Bob. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
I'm going to jump. I mean it.
Okay, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Yeah, Bob. The Bruno is deviled.
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
America haters.
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Bob, the title of the book is...
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Does your wife still do a lot of drugs like she did in North Carolina?
And she's never been in North Carolina, so better luck next time. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hello, Bob.
Hello.
That guy was right. Rush Limbaugh really does suck. You're the best.
No two ways about that. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
A little philosophy for you, Bob. Say you, Eddie Schwartz, and Rush Limbaugh in an elevator. What happens?
I thought you said you had some philosophy for us.
That is the philosophy.
Oh, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hi, is that show The Midnight Caller, like based on a show like yours?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anytime. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Yeah, did that lady ever send you a copy of Sin City?
I don't know. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
You want to talk about AIDS? Oh, okay. No, just about...
You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hello, Bob.
Yeah, hi. I'll bet you want to talk about AIDS.
Yeah, I do.
I thought so. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
I'm going to the bars.
If I were you, sir, I'd just go to a liquor store, get a cheap bottle of wine. Don't waste your time. Don't get your hopes up at the bars. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hi, I forgot to tell you, I was talking before. My mother-in-law, she believed it. And am I supposed to let her go and believe it, or am I supposed to convince her not to believe it?
If I were you, I'd go out to a clerical supply store, get a Roman collar and a black vest, and try to get some money out of her. Hi, you're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. Hello. Once, twice, gone. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, I want to talk to Bob.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, am I?
Uh-huh.
Can I talk about AIDS?
Sure you can.
All right, let's talk. Hello.
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 Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Fine, thank you. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog.
Hello, Bob.
Yeah, hello.
I'd like to know, how old were you when you stopped believing in God?
How old was I when I stopped believing in God? About 15.
Why?
Because it was unbelievable. You're on the air chatting with the Mad Dog. I don't know why that fascinates them so much. You're on the air chatting with Bob.
Hello?
Hello.
I'm having a real good time doing your wife, Bob.
Great.
How you doing?
Fine.
Really?
Yeah, don't forget the white walls on that car either that you're doing. You're on the air chatting with Bob.
Bob?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering if you could pull a joke on Ted Lauterbach. Is he on live or not live?
He's not live, ma'am. You're on the air chatting with Bob.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have proof that there's a devil. Here, listen to my cat.
Great. You're on the air chatting with Bob.
Bob, with your Catholic background, this book might give you a different, if not new...
Sorry, sir. I'm right smack in the middle of that book on Japanese candlestick charting. You're on the air chatting with Bob.
Yeah, can I talk to Bob, please?
You are.
Bob?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you how you broke into the DJ business.
I'm not in the DJ business.
Well, I mean, this announcing business.
I'm not an announcer either. Talk show. But that really impresses the girls. You're on the air chatting with Bob. They just don't understand that cheap little receiver just does not pick up things well. You're on the air chatting with Bob.
Hello, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see the movie Ghost?
No, I didn't. You're on the air chatting with Bob. Hello.
Hello, Bob.
Yeah.
Would you please tell me why is it so unbelievable about the Bible?
Let's start with page 1, ma'am. Talking snakes. You're on the air chatting with Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Hi.
Oh, this is Minga. I'm going to get you.
Right, dream on. You'll probably have a better chance of getting me than a girl, though. You're on the air chatting with Bob.
This is the return production of the NBC Television Network.
Oh, whatever turns on. You're on the air chatting with Bob.
Hello?
Yeah.
It's,
Bob.
Huh?
Bob.
Bob Lassiter?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Fine, thank you. You're on the air chatting with Bob.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. You're on the air chatting with Bob. Apparently you don't sight read very well. You're on the air chatting with Bob.
Yeah, Bob, sorry, it takes a little while to get used to it.
You're on the air chatting with Bob. You're on the air chatting with Bob.
Bob?
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask your opinion, Bob, because we think this is fake. Do you think that little girl who did this, was she monetarily compensated for this? Because...
I would have no way of knowing.
Okay, fine.
No, okay. You're on the air chatting with Bob.
Yeah, Bob, I drive a truck for a living.
Doesn't surprise me in the least. You're on the air chatting with Bob.
Yeah, thousands of comedians out of work, and your guys are trying to be funny.
Yeah, you're on the air chatting with Bob.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, Bob, when's the last time you changed your slacks?
Yesterday. You're on the air chatting with Bob. No, sir, Lassiter does. You're on the air chatting with Bob. Oh, go on. Let us hear it.
Bob, I think in the absence of board operators, your show leaves a lot to be desired.
Really? What are you listening to it for, then? You're on the air chatting with Bob.
Hi, you should go home early tonight because the time changes.
That's at 2 o'clock, changes, man. You're on the air chatting with Bob.
Bob, I enjoy listening to your show every day, even though you don't want to read my book.
Okay, you're on the air chatting with Bob. Maybe that breathing works in the middle of the night calling single women, but it doesn't really do a hell of a lot here on the talk show. Did you have something else you wanted to add?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, me. I turned my clock ahead already so I could get you off sooner.
Great.
Isn't that great?
Gosh, we're thinking like yours. You're on
to your dialogue, and it all sounds great. I think your show's fantastic. I hope my God is not a monster. I agree with you a lot. There's many things that are in the Bible that are extremely hard to understand and how they relate to us.
Nothing hard to understand at all, sir. It all makes perfect sense if you understand what the purpose of the book was.
Well, what is that?
The purpose of the book, it was written by men who wanted control and power over the masses. And so they came up with some of these incredible stories to scare or shove people or to encourage people to do and act in certain ways, to give their money at times, on and on and on. It all makes perfect sense. You can understand all of it if you understand why it was written and who it was written by.
Well, if you believe that there is a higher power, there's many things that are in the Bible that do seem to be, legitimate. And I don't think...
Yes, sir. It mentions that there was a town named Jerusalem, and there was. Still is, as a matter of fact. So if that's what you're talking about, yes, there are truths in the Bible.
Well, the original battle, though, is between, it's really good versus evil. And if you believe there is a anti-God character, and you believe there's a positive character being, the God of the Bible, the original, argument is between God and the devil. And it's a matter of man doing things God's way or the devil's way. And the reason why I think time has gone on so long since the original writing of the Bible is because, God's letting man see that they can't do it without him. They can try any civilization.
You think God cares what kind of clothes you wear when you pray to him?
No, I don't.
Oh, really? The Bible spends page after page. Do you think God cares what kind of cologne you use when you pray to him?
During certain times, that may have been the case.
But
it's
relative. God used to care what kind of perfume you used.
That could be. I don't know. I don't think anyone can give an honest answer to that.
Oh, I think you can give a real honest answer to that, sir. No, he never did. Give me a break.
Well, how do you know that, though? You're just
because,
saying...
sir, God is not man-like. Only man would care how he smelled. Well, only man would care how he adorned himself.
Well, I mean, you're saying that based on nothing.
Oh, I see.
And people who...
No, sir, I'm saying it based upon I'm not going to insult God by saying that he cared about what kind of perfume you used and who wore it and who didn't.
Well, I don't completely disagree with you. I mean, there's many other parts that I have problems with. Jonah and the whale. I mean, who can believe that story, okay? But I don't think that's the point.
It's a hell of a lot more believable, sir, that a guy spent 3 days in the belly of a whale than God cared about what kind of clothes you wore when you prayed to him.
Well, can I ask you, what do you think God cares about then? I mean, he says in there that whoever these people are who are following him in the New Testament, it's not going to be a whole bunch of people. It's going to be a small flock, a small group. So what does God want from us then? If you think if you're negative against a lot of the things that are there written in the Bible, then what does he want from us?
Well, geez, I would think that's a good question. I would think that he would want us to not hate each other.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's real good. I think he'd be far more concerned about that than whether or not I masturbated or made whoopee with somebody I wasn't married to.
Well,
yeah.
Well, I mean, well,
but it's
what do you
funny.
think
I can remember seeing preacher after preacher after preacher strutting back and forth in front of the congregation with a Bible in their hands and slapping their hands with it from time to time, saying, "Don't fornicate." But gosh, you almost never hear them say things like, "Change your bigoted ways. Give your money to the poor." Well, I take that back. When I used to go to church, they did stand there in their very expensive vestments, the right clothes to talk to God with, telling us to give a couple of bucks on the way out the door to the poor.
Well, the thing is, I
once
think
a year.
At some point you do have to sit and look and say, well, that's fine, and you got these these Jimmy Swaggart types, you know, on TV begging for money, that on the other hand they're doing all these other crazy things. That's their own problem.
I would think God would care if I swindled people.
Oh, I would think he would too.
Yeah, they rarely talk about that in church.
You know, churches are made up of people, and I think you're exactly right that how we deal with one another.
Page after page after page in the Bible telling me, you know, how to plant my crops, how to trim my beard. There are an awful lot of pages in there about not swindling people, you know?
Oh, I think there are pages about not swindling people.
No, as a matter of fact, sir, one of the greatest swindles of all times was pulled off with this, 12 tribes of Israel, and how 11 of them were given the land, and the poor tribe that wasn't, so therefore the tribe that didn't get the land gets 10% of everybody else's money. Yeah, that was the greatest swindle of all, sir, right there in the Bible.
Well,
pages.
What?
Pages describing.
It's hard to, it's hard to completely refute what you're saying. But, on a show like this, I guess it's kind of hard to really debate. I hope one day that you'll have a show. Maybe you can somehow screen some caller out there who could debate with you using some scriptures. But I know what you mean. It could be boring. You can go very slow.
Sir, you don't use the book to prove the book.
Well,
you use other things to prove the book.
But then
was an old woman who lived in a shoe, had so many children she didn't know what to do. The South Shore, South, you're on the air at WLS.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing, Bob? Great. Listen, the reason I feel that the Lord isn't a monster is because He's proven Himself in my life in a positive manner. And every time I consider...
Well, sir, how about all those people who he hasn't helped?
He hasn't helped.
I
believe the Lord helped them who helped themselves. He helped them who helped themselves. And
sure
who
says a
trust
lot.
and believe in Him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Getting real close to quoting now, sir. Careful
I
there.
know. I'll be careful, Bob.
Be careful.
I'll be very careful. This is as close as I can come with rationalizing with you.
Oh.
Now, listen. The Lord isn't a monster because the plans that He set forth in the Bible, they work.
Sir, real careful there. Let's talk about some practical things here. Let's go
Bob,
to those
I said I'll
places.
be careful.
Let's go to those
I
places.
said I'll be
Let's
careful.
go to those places in this world that aren't going to get enough rain this year.
You don't think I'm going to be careful? Why don't
sir,
you give me a chance to be careful, Bob?
Sir, I just asked you a direct question. What about all those places in this world that aren't going to get enough rain this year?
They're not going to get enough rain.
Yeah.
We don't worry about the atmosphere. We worry about what's happening on the earth.
Well,
don't worry about the rain.
Exactly,
worry
sir.
about
Well, you see, if you don't get the rain, then you don't get the corn, and if you don't get the corn, you don't get the beef, and if you don't get the beef, then you don't get fed.
But you got Jesus.
Oh, 591-8900, 591-8900, Naperville. Naper, you're on there at WLS.
Hello, Bob.
Yes.
Yeah, you let the genie out of the bottle tonight. Personally, I would say that I tend to believe in a supreme being that created the universe, but that from there on out, I'm like you. I'm not exactly sure, and I'm certainly not convinced that the Bible is the Word of God entirely.
Well, I'm real sure, sir, that He's not a monster. I'm real sure about that.
I agree with you there.
Possibly be. Everybody else wants to say He is.
I agree with you there, and we're both saying he, and it could be she or it, but in any case, it's not a monster.
Thank you much. 591-8900 to the South Side. South, you're on the air, WLS.
Hi, Bob.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing? I was just wanting to know if you know, and I'm not going to quote the Bible.
I know.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to know if you know anything about the anointing of Jesus Christ.
The anointing of Jesus. What are you talking about, sir?
Well, the anointing of Jesus Christ is when He puts the Holy Spirit on you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
There ain't no Holy Spirit, sir.
Pardon me?
There ain't no Holy Spirit, and it's not the topic of conversation tonight. Now, you want to tell me why God's not a monster, or why He is?
Well, no, He's not a monster at all, and I don't.
Then why does monstrous activity constantly being attributed to Him?
Well, the thing is, if a person makes fun of this anointing, you will suffer greatly.
Sir, you get real close. The finger's on the button. Why do you want to attribute monstrous behavior to God, sir?
Well, all of the people who are listening, I hope they pray for you.
Oh.
Okay?
I see. You can't talk for yourself?
Well,
can't handle the question.
Myself, but I really hope that everybody that's listening right now
prays for
me.
Yeah, funny you didn't ask them to pray for a cure for cancer.
Well, if the Lord wants that to happen, He will have it happen.
Well, I guess if the Lord wants me to be saved, it will. You don't have to pray for that then, huh?
Yeah, well,
Going to pray for me, though, but not for cancer.
Well, it would be totally...
If God wants to... See there, you're attributing monstrous behavior to God. If God wants to cure cancer, he will. So now we have to assume that since there isn't a cure for cancer, he doesn't want to cure it.
Well,
So God's a monster. He has the power to create a vaccine or a magic wand, whatever, to get rid of cancer, but he won't do it.
Well, Bob,
And you're perfectly satisfied with that, but you want to pray to God to make me think like you.
Well, just let me say one more thing.
Sir, you haven't said anything in your entire life. Why should I believe you're going to now?
Well, everybody that's listening to you right now, I hope they
pray for me.
Yes.
But not for cancer. Yes, good night, sir. Oh, if God wanted to cure cancer, he could, But right now, we are going to stop our lives. We're going to stop the world. All the people listening to the show are now going to drop to their knees. Some of them will clasp their hands in front of them. Some of them will hold their little hands up like antennas to the sky and pray that I think like they do. Oh, please, God, take time out of your busy, busy world and work on that Lassiter guy. Joliet. Hi, Joliet. You're on the air at WLS.
Yeah, Bob. I was wondering, how did you get to be a Roman Catholic?
Well, yeah, most people are, sir. I was born kicking and screaming into the church when I was an infant.
Was your parents saw fit to have you baptized?
Yes, sir.
Weren't they very thinking people, or what?
Weren't they right-thinking people?
Yeah.
No, sir. Neither of them were religious in any shape, manner, or form. Rarely went to church. They were just doing what they thought the community wanted them to do.
Well, they kind of represent pretty much like we are out here, then, don't they?
Yeah, I guess they do, sir.
What do you think of them?
What do I think of them?
Yeah.
What do you mean, sir?
Well, how do you feel about your parents? They're not very good thinkers. I mean, we're idiots out here and everything like that. Your parents...
Some of you guys are idiots, yeah, and then some of the things my parents did were very idiotic.
Uh-huh. Can I make a request on your station?
Well, we don't normally play records, sir. You want to make a dedication, possibly,
Well, you don't even know what I'm going to request. You're making an assumption. I was going to say, if we out here in the radio land were smart, we wouldn't even bother calling you.
Yeah.
Because the only way we can hurt you is boycott your station.
Yeah.
Especially your program.
Yeah, especially my program. Right?
Yeah. I'd really like to meet you someday.
I'll bet you would.
I really would.
Yeah, how come?
Well, I heard you're fat.
Punch me or something?
I heard you're an obese idiot.
You'd like to punch me, wouldn't you?
Oh, more than punch you.
Oh, maybe shoot me?
Oh, no. I'd want you to suffer.
Oh, beat me with a baseball bat.
Oh, no. You don't get a choice in the matter. See, I'll decide that.
No, well, I'm curious. What's going to be? A brick, bat, knife, broken bottle, what?
How about a razor blade?
Razor blade.